Good morning, happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Holy cow, how did that happen? I have no idea. How fast this time is going, though, is amazing. Good morning, Catherine DeSante, Andrea Gregg, Prachetta, namaste to you, and good morning. Okay, well, thank you for being here with me this morning. I know I'm a bit late. Doggy had to go, and so we were outside, and finally I got her to do something, and we came back in out of the cold. And yes, it's cold here. It's sunny, so it will probably warm up, but for right now I'm a bit chilly. So let's go into our hearts. Hi, Deirdre. Thank you for sharing. Let's go into our hearts and do some heart brain. Just breathe. Connect in with your breath to the center of your soul. Slowing down the breathing. Adding in love. And put a smile on your face. Even when you don't feel like smiling, if you put a smile on your face, it's a warmth that goes all the way through you. And just say good morning if you haven't already. Let's do that connection in. And yeah, she's still talking to me. Good morning, Josie. Good morning, Ricky. Arg. We are almost at the end of the year. Well, yeah, we are. It's amazing how fast this year has gone. Isabel, good morning. Blue Jean. Oh, it's warm there? Yeah, okay. Maybe warm in Vermont terms, but not in Teri terms. Good morning, Jennifer and Auntie Jean. Yeah, she was doing something. She was a little PIA this morning, but it's okay. It's all good. She loves us. All right, so what did the angels have to say? The angels said, spiritual vision. Helen Keller said the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Having sight without vision may lead to a life that feels hollow and devoid of purpose. However, the moment one awakens their inner vision, the world transforms into a sacred landscape rich with symbolism and meaning. Challenges become opportunities for growth, and each step on the spiritual path is a journey deeper into the self. It's essential to recognize that true vision is not about rejecting the external world, but rather transcending its limitations. The colors may be vibrant, and the forms may still dance, but now they carry a significance that extends beyond the surface. Every encounter becomes a mirror reflecting the soul, and every experience becomes a teacher guiding us toward a more profound understanding of existence. Dear angels, there was a time in my life where I almost lost my eyesight. It was very scary to only be able to make out bright lights, to not see colors or the beauty of nature. It really is true that you don't value something until you no longer have it. Fortunately, it was correctable with surgery that removed the cataract obstructing my vision. It's a little harder, though, to remove the obstruction to our spiritual vision. Dear ones, when you limit yourselves to outer vision alone, you confine your understanding to the surface of reality. Life becomes a series of disconnected events, and meaning is lost amidst the chaos. To cultivate true vision, you must embark on an inner journey, exploring the landscapes of the soul and uncovering the hidden truths that lie dormant within. The path to acquiring vision involves a conscious effort to go beyond the mundane and connect with the essence of your being. Meditation, introspection, and other spiritual practices serve as gateways to the realm of inner vision. By stilling the external chatter, you create space for the whispers of the soul to be heard. As the fog of confusion lifts, a new way of seeing emerges, one that transcends the limitations of the physical senses. This inner sight is akin to a compass that guides you through the twists and turns of life, offering a perspective that goes beyond the ephemeral and taps into the eternal. Dear angels, today I promise to look more with my spiritual vision than with my physical eyes. It's all about that vision and perspective, isn't it? I mean, we can have perfect 20/20 vision and still miss things that we need to be seeing or looking at. So this was really profound, and I had a hard time just seeing the big vision of that message. And now that I can see, I'm having a hard time because the sun's coming through the window in my eyes. Yes, I'm back over in this spot, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust now and run from the sun. So let me see if I can scooch this way. Maybe I can hide from it for a minute. Okay, that's better. Now I can see you. And let's see who came in. Oh, you're so welcome, Prachetta. See if I can get my microphone working with me. Okay, there we go. Leo, good morning. Yes, a wonderful Wednesday. It is prayer day. So if you want to put your prayers in already, we can do that. And Prachetta, you're so welcome. I'm glad you're doing better, sweetheart. And Blue, it's going to be in the 70s. Well, it can do that here, and I would be very happy. We're in the 40s right now, and that does not make me happy. Okay, Catherine Kovacs, good morning. And Sally, I'm still in Tennessee. I'll be here until the 1st of November. I think they're coming back the 3rd. And then I'm heading into Kentucky to see my family. Auntie Jean says, Helen never could see with her eyes, but boy, does she have beautiful vision. You know, she actually had hearing and sight until she was 1.5 years. She had a high fever with some kind of illness. I'm not sure what it was, but the high fever that she had left untreated was what caused her to have hearing and visual loss. But yeah, she could see with her spiritual eyes a whole lot better than most of us could see with our physical eyes. I love Helen Keller. I love her wisdom. I love her spirit, where she was a force to be reckoned with, and she didn't let her disabilities get her down. She's one of my heroes. To look at her life, and you know, she lived until I think she was 80 something, in her late 80s, and she used every moment of her time. She even was engaged at one point, I was reading, because I was curious if she ever had a spouse or a companion, and I know she had a lifelong companion in Annie. But yeah, quite an amazing lady. And Blue says, wow, Teri, that was something I needed to hear. It brought back memories of Helen. She lived in the next village over from me as a child. I think I have read at least 10 of her books. I remember when she passed in the early 70s. The Fae, as I type, are clearing my vision. Do they have the Windex out, blue? The little squirt bottle with little paper towels to clear your vision. And Auntie Jean says, are you sure Magi didn't invite a bunch of her friends and they are having a party back there? I'm telling you, yeah, she's a little whirlwind. She heard something outside about, I think, 5 o'clock or so, and of course went on the rampage. So it's been a night of very little sleep for me, but that's okay. At least she guards the house well. Oh, Deirdre, thank you for our daily prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace and attention to human trafficking through Save Someone's Child. Sally, I'm going to see if we can have an early Thanksgiving at my folks'. Maybe I can twist Sheila's arm and she'll have a Thanksgiving dinner for us. And then I'll head down to Florida for Thanksgiving myself and be with some friends down there. We did plan to have an angel circle while I'm in South Florida, and hopefully we can have another one in North Florida when I get there. Auntie Jean says, you're right, I think it was measles. Yeah, I'm not sure. It probably was. Whatever it was, she had they said a very, very high fever. And yeah, isn't that sad? You know, it's kind of scary to think that that's what could happen. But I also have a dear friend who lost her hearing when she was a child due to illness. I think she was a little older though than Helen. I believe she might have been like 5 or 6 when she lost her hearing due, again, to an illness and the high fever. But her mom was a speech therapist, so she was able to speak and to read lips. She was, is amazing. She's still with us, but I haven't seen her in so many years. I might try to connect with her when I go back into Florida and see how she's doing. And Leo says, ever hear of Baba Vanka, a lady from Bulgaria who lost her sight and developed spiritual vision? She could see the past, present, and future and made incredibly accurate predictions such as 9/11, the first black U.S. president, and many others. No, I have not heard of her, Leo. Thank you for sharing that with us. And Auntie Jean has heard of her. She gives some insightful predictions. Well, I guess I've missed out, so I guess I got some research to do, don't I? All right, so let's have a Kuan Yin card. We haven't done that yet. And see what Kuan Yin has to say. I don't know if any of you caught the Peapod yesterday, my podcast that I do on Tuesdays, but the lady I had on was Heather Elizabeth, and she was amazing. We found out we had so much in common, and she's invited me to Texas, Auntie Jean, to Austin, and has a casita there, and she wants me to come. She's going to be doing an ancestral clearing on Sunday at the same time that we are going to do a 7-generation ancestral clearing. Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m., right after the afternoon cuppa, we're going to do a 7-generation clearing. And it will not be live streamed. It'll be a private Zoom, but you have to register for the Zoom. So if you haven't seen any information on it yet, just ask me about it and I'll give you the Zoom link so you can go register. All right, Kuan Yin says, your path is before you now. Even if you sometimes lack confidence to trust in the path that you are upon, know this: you cannot miss your destiny. I shall guide your feet and inspire your heart to keep you true to your rightful divine life path. Trust me. Trust yourself. Take the journey now. So Kuan Yin, as we already know, guides us every day. And I love that she's always with us, always helping us, always shining the light so we can see what's on that path. Because many times there's potholes and there's things that would just really trip us up a little bit. Auntie Jean, Austin is pretty. Asking. What are you asking? Yeah, I told her that I would definitely be there at her place to visit with her. I actually met her. I think it was the first time I went to Sedona. Either the first or second time that I was in Sedona, I met up with my friend Liz Williams, and she was there because Heather was holding a retreat. And what a beautiful soul she is. And Blue, you had a vision of a forest path with all your animals. I love all of your animals. Is my Gizmo there? Is he being a little playful buddy, or is he a pouting buddy this morning? Because you never know what you're going to get with Gizmo in the mornings. Is Austin, I think it's before I get to El Paso. I think. I don't know. You know me, I'm directionally challenged. But anyway. Oh, asking to register. I gotcha, Auntie Jean. So yeah, the 7-generation clearing, if you have never done one with me before, is quite intense. And since it is a private Zoom and it's not broadcast to the whole world, maybe you'll feel a little more at ease with opening up and doing the work that needs to be done to clear energy. We go back 7 generations on both sides, on your mother's side and your father's side, and we clear whatever is just sitting there stagnant that may be affecting you in this current lifetime. And Blue, Gizmo makes sure every morning to say good morning. He is such a love. He really is. Austin is about 700 miles away from El Paso. Well, Austin is also where Matthew McConaughey lives. So, so maybe I have to stop in and see him, right? Maybe I'll bring him to you, Auntie Jean. How's that? All right. Deirdre, you've done that 7 generation before. Should I still come? Absolutely. Yeah, because you benefit from every experience, whether you've done it before or not, because there'll be different people there. There'll be different energy, and you may connect in with an ancestor that you didn't connect in prior ones. So our ancestors are helping us. They're helping us in a big way. Where can you get the info? It is on Enlightened World Network on their page, and I believe I shared it into all the groups. So Angel Speakers should have it, Angelic River Family, Energy Healers Unite. I know it's in all the groups. And I'll make sure, just if you don't find it, just text me and I'll give you the Zoom link. And Blue says, in the scheme of things, 700 miles for you two is nothing, as your two hearts beat as one. Yes, they do. And you're right. 700 miles is not a whole lot. All right, so let's get to the Peapod prayer list. Let's see. Not what I wanted. Presentation. right, it's going to take it a minute to load. So while it's doing that, again, if you have any prayer requests, type them in. Welcome, Joanne. Thank you for being here this morning. So if there's anything on your heart, if it's for you, if it's for a family member, a friend, a community, for a world, whatever it might be, just share that. And I want to ask for prayers for Mary, my friend Mary Crincoli in Florida. And I had a message from her this morning, so let me just, before we go into prayer, I want to see, yes, she's asking us to add her son Christopher to the prayer list. He was in a car accident last night, and she said he is okay. He's not in the hospital, but he needs our prayers, and Mary needs our prayers. It's very scary for a mom to have to go through that when a child has something going on. Okay, so then let's add our Joanne to our list, and all of her family, and especially her grandchild Eris. All right, so let's get to that prayer list. All right, here we go. So the Peapod prayer list is for all the peace on earth, all the peace, for peace on earth, and for attention to human trafficking. And remember that each name on the list is a loved one that you have asked us to pray for, and just lift them up. If you have any updates on anyone on our list, then please put that in the comments so that we will know. So we pray for Prachetta, Prachir and Goofy, Aunt Mina and Neil Navriti, Jasmine and her family, Abha, Billy and Tim Hawkins and their family, Sheila and Kevin Gooden and their family, especially Kevin's daughter, let's put her on there, Maggie, Gary, Loretta and Cecil, Joanne Castrillo and all of her family, her husband, her daughter, her grandson, her mom, who was in a facility, and really lifting up that whole family as they are, some of them are there with her and some are far away. Elaine, Deirdre and her daughter and beautiful Thump, Deirdre's sister and husband, Adriel, Joni, and son John, Carl and Viola, Tia Fernetti, Mickey, Suzanne Millard and her family, Jacob, Marietta and Ed out on the boat with good girl Pearl and Mr. Wiggles. They're out on sweet dreams, and we pray for their safety. Raquel and Claude's family, Leo and his family, especially his mom, who just went through surgery, Lakshmi, Ken, Jebby, Jim and son, Ryan, Ricky's family and friends, and especially our darling Josie, who's with us this morning, Tom and Mary, Tammy Williams, Meg and Jim, Jean and Ron, and all the Lorio family. Aunt Mary Lou Burdick in the Berkshires, where I'm hoping to go to be close to Jean in January. Catherine and Michael Kovacs and family, Rosalind Good Vibes, Sally and Tony De La Rosa, and all of their family, especially Rose, Kathy and Bob Hand and their family, Colin and Marlena, and Bo and Candy, Michael, Patty, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and his wife, Pat Moss and her family, Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and his family, especially his brother Raymond and his wife, Hope Wellington Marshall and Arzena, and Hope's parents, Winston and Cynthia, Trey Horn, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Annie Seven and Grayson, Cassandra and Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and her grandkids, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah Langren, Oksana and her mom and all of her family, Herv, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul Reese and their daughters, Beata and her daughter Juliana, Dick Lemieux's family, especially Linda and his sons and his grandchildren, Linda's friend in Sarasota, Stacy and Josh Lord and their children and grandchildren, and lifting up Stacy's mom, Karen, going through a really tough physical journey right now, Mary Lord, Buster, Wayne, Blue Jean and Dave, and all the babies. I better say their names or I'll have some upset babies. Pocky, Gruff, Razzmatazz, Wizzy Bee, Blue, Lulu, and Gizmo. Dolly the horse, Chance the horse, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie and her beautiful family, baby Max and Dylan, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Sean, Lillian in Norway and her children and her mother, Kathleen Caputo, our Mama Hado Bear, baby Wyatt and his mom, baby Haven and his mom, baby Divine, Kat, Steve, Candy and Pastor Bruce, the Deerfield Valley in Vermont, Captain Corey's mom Pixie and all of his family, Alba, Dottie and Dawn, Grace Isis and all of her family in Kenya, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Karen Palmer and her daughter Marissa and mom Barbara, and please lift Karen up. She's struggling a little right now, so let's lift her. Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Elena, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine and John, Tammy Fisk and her daughter and her sister, Lori, Kelly, Rochelle Martinez and Rose, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family, especially her daughter Lainey and her sister-in-law Sharon, Jeannie's friends and sister Merle, Boulder, Colorado, Deb Goldberg and family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and their family, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea, and especially her beautiful daughter, Sherry Gatewood and brother-in-law Padama, Hanaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Terry Wilderman and her father, Mary Crincoli and her friends in Florida, and lift up her son who just had the accident, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick in Australia, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Monsi, Kamal, Maddie, Akil and the Pakistan orphans, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, Mary, Joseph, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dite, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and Richard, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Allie, Bree, Claudia, Mary Ann Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and her family, Sharon Boyle and Zoe, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Brookie's Aunt Jeannie, Sue and grandchildren, Carrie's niece Laura, Maggie's mom, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Robert Dosa, Miles and Sarah, Debbie Carol Hawks, Carl, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Michelle Landers and her family, especially her son Alan and daughter Alicia, Kagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Joanne McCann New, Whitney, Jude Doughton, Karen Gibbons and daughter, Matt, James Schultz family, Julie Kiss and her mom Cynthia, Linda Kiss, Courtney, Lucinda, Ryan, M, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Compamans, Sunny and Hunter Floor, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and her family, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Zoe Charles, Erica Fagels, Yolanda, Selby Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes and her mom Jewel, Joey, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Usha, Nancy Berdelsky, EC, Shelley Newman's family, and especially her husband Terry Newman, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H., Ollie the Cat, Marisol Soto, Cassie, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers, Dick Waters, Milton Carbajal, Sharon, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Boris Zoffman, Jacqueline Carbajal, and David Reiger, Salvi Barnes, Odd Barnes, Gunn Ellen Sundahl, Vita Hammond, Maria Mitchinson, Higman Simpson, Sam, which is Suzanne's dog, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia, Benedita, Rebecca Seward Rickardson, Matt, Anjali Baha, Juliette Herman, Paula Greca, David Brett, the Rowland family, Colleen, Dellen Hickson, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Jay Briscoe's family and friends, Robert Wallington, which is Sally's son-in-law, and his sons Ben and Joe, JT, Francis Nalvin, Shauna, Danielle Riveron and family, Annie's Aunt Carol, Chris and Natika, Elise, Kara, Pam, Christine and Ed, Charlie, Isaac, Jonathan and Eddie, Barbara and Diane, Kim, Peter and Catherine DeSante, Mary Jane in Vermont, Carol Caruso, Adam, Val Meyer, Tasha, Jocelyn, Linda Kraft and her family, Eric and John, Darlene Ose, Paul G., Liam G., Pam, Mivan and Vanya, Anita Blake, Daniel McGraw, Vinnie Vega, Billy Joe, Rebecca Sherman, Joe Ketterer, Gabrielle, Ina, Joanne's mom, Donna, Courtney, Nancy, Tammy Greco's family, areas of India which flooded, and really areas all over the world that are experiencing some kind of disaster from storms or fires or war. Bailey, Lonnie, Jacob, Mary, Brian, Lily, the puppy, Wilbert Grayson, or Wilbert, which is Grayson's grandfather with cancer, Ron Mason, Gabby Forrester, the area of Hawaii going through extreme changes. Anita Blake has passed. Thank you for that update, Deirdre. I can't see that one, I'm sorry. Laura, Lisa Capola Matroni, Bobby, Elaine, Shiraz, Sharu, Sandy, Terry Funk's family and friends, Wyndham Lawrence's family, Adil, Laura, Evelyn Smith, Beatrice, Amra, Amina, Israel, and let's put all of the Middle East there, not just Israel, but the whole area that's affected by this war that's going on. The immigrants in El Paso and New York and anywhere where immigrants are being abused. Rachel Greenberg, Alina, Leo's sister and brother-in-law with their pregnancy, and Susanna. So, if you would, please pray this prayer with me. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. Thank you. Thank you for lifting all of these names up and any that were added to it. And let's just envision that. Let's see all of these names. You heard them all read. You saw them on the screen. Just hold out your hands in front of you with palms up and envision that this list is right there in your hand, that you can physically hold it, and then raise it up. Raise it high. Just keep raising and letting it go up, up, up to a higher plane, lifting it up to the heavens, lifting it up to the Creator, and asking that each name be heard, seen, and acknowledged, that the prayers be answered for the best and highest good of all. And thank you. Thank you for caring. Thank you for loving this family that is pure love. We love each other. That's what we do. And so thank you. I love you. And namaste. And let me see if there were any updates. Blue, I saw Sue, who owns Chance Man, yesterday. They were so happy. She thanked me, and I'm allowed to put my hands on Chance anytime. He was so happy to be with his mom and sparkled at me with gratitude. I love that horse so much. I felt a deep connection with Chance when I did see him physically, when I was there with you, Blue. So thank you for taking such good care of him and for giving him healing and love. We all appreciate what you do for the animals in the world. Thank you, Prachetta. I appreciate that prayer. And Sally, prayers for all of us as we make our way forward down some unsteady paths. Help us to always see our journey. And Sally said she loves it when I read the names on our prayer list. It adds a heartfelt touch. Yeah, I like it too. And I thought about it, and if somebody is maybe driving, like our Kathy Hand, or other people that can't stop and look at the list, at least they can hear the names being read. And Sally says, I don't know what just happened, but I feel lifted, re-energized, and laughing, a happy belly laugh. Thank you for the prayers and the energy. Oh, thank you, sweet one. I'm so glad you were here. And Charlie came in. Hello, Charlie. I hope you have a good day. So let me get our Leo queued up here for our ending with our thank you, I love yous. Let's see, which version do we want today? I really like this version. So we're going to go with that one. Whoops. What did I do?
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready, because today's a perfect day to have a great day. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. We wake up every morning, might as well enjoy the day. Let's pull up in peace, so now mission for harmony. You and me and Mama be on the lead.
Oh, thank you, Annie. I love that.
We can be together. The hot telephone is always one phone call away. Calling all the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, they're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the bees in the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, yo. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the bees in the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, yo.
Cuppa full of joy.
Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Volume is refused, filling up from the top. The coffee's always warm and the choice is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of the game, let's play to win. Love always is the winning team, and you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on the high vibe,
Sweet Grayson, we love you.
Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the peace in the pot. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the peace in the pot. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the peace in the ball. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the peace in
so
the ball.
cute.
The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all.
Cuppa full of joy. What? I love this version. Sally said it was soothing. We just need the woo at the end, but we all add that into it, Leo. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so coming up at 10 o'clock is the meditation day with meditation excavation with moi and Dr. Ruth Anderson. And then at 1 o'clock, come join us for 10 million for world peace. And let's bring in more peace into our world. Day 25 in a row this month of doing the meditation. And if you come in at 1 o'clock, you'll get a good seat and you can get comfortable and you can share it out to each other. Thank you all so much for being here. So much love to each and every one of you. Stay in your heart and stay blessed. Namaste, y'all. I love you.